Have you ever noticed a painful irony in life? Often, the relationships we have to fight the hardest to keep are the ones that end up hurting us the most. We grow up believing that true love requires endless struggle, sacrifice, and convincing. We tell ourselves, if I just try harder, if I just pray longer, things will change. But here is a truth that might save you years of heartache. God's will for your life does not require you to beg someone to love you. It doesn't require you to chase, convince, or lose your dignity. There is a massive difference between fighting for a relationship and fighting to keep someone God is trying to remove. Often, when God says no to a person, He is actually saying yes to protecting your future. If you are exhausted, confused, and hurting today, look for these 5 signs. They might just be God's way of clearing the path for something better. 1. You have lost your peace. This is the first and most vital sign, yet it is the one we ignore the longest. You know that feeling. It isn't always dramatic or chaotic. It's just a quiet, persistent unease in your spirit. No matter how much you rationalize the relationship or how many times you pray for it, that knot in your stomach won't go away. Colossians 3:15 tells us to let the peace of God rule in your hearts. In the original language, the word rule implies acting as an umpire. An umpire makes the final call. When God removes His peace from a situation, He is calling you out. Do not mistake anxiety for excitement. Do not call confusion butterflies. When God sends a person into your life, His peace usually accompanies them. If the peace has left, the person likely should too. 2. The doors keep closing. You try to make plans, but they fall through. You try to communicate, but misunderstandings multiply. You try to move forward, but obstacles appear out of nowhere. We like to tell ourselves, we are just going through a rough patch. But what if it's not a rough patch? What if it is a roadblock placed by God? Proverbs 16:9 reminds us, in their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Sometimes, God's step for you is a step away. Faith is not forcing open a door that God has shut. That is rebellion disguised as persistence. If you are exhausted from constantly trying to manufacture a connection that isn't working naturally, take a step back. That exhaustion is your spirit telling you to stop fighting God's protection. 3. Wise counsel is warning you. Let's be honest with ourselves. If your parents, your pastor, your godly friends, and your mentors are all saying the same thing, and you are the only one defending the relationship, that is not a coincidence. Proverbs 11:14 warns that where there is no counsel, the people fall. You might be looking at the person's potential who they could be one day, but your loved ones are looking at the reality who they are right now. They see the disrespect you ignore. They see the spiritual incompatibility you excuse. If the people who love you most are raising red flags, God is likely using them to save you from a future of heartbreak. 4. You are becoming someone you are not. This sign is sneaky because it happens slowly. It starts with small compromises. Maybe you skip church because they don't want to go. Maybe you stop hanging out with certain friends. Maybe you start justifying behaviors you used to call sin because love covers a multitude of wrongs. Suddenly, you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person staring back. The Bible asks in 2 Corinthians 6:14, "What fellowship can light have with darkness?" The right person will never require you to shrink your faith to fit their comfort. If a relationship is pulling you away from God rather than pushing you toward Him, God is showing you the exit. Your relationship with the Creator should never be the cost of a relationship with His creation. 5. You feel alone when you are together. This is perhaps the most painful sign. You are technically in a relationship, but you feel spiritually and emotionally isolated. You share your heart, and they respond with indifference. You are crying out for connection, but they are checked out. Ecclesiastes speaks of how two are better than one, but what happens when the person supposed to lift you up is the reason you keep falling? God would rather you be single and whole than in a relationship and broken. Sometimes, God allows you to feel intense loneliness within a relationship so that staying becomes more painful than leaving. He isn't being cruel. He is being clear. He is preparing you for someone who truly values you. The lesson: trust the redirection. If you see yourself in these signs, please do not panic. Instead, choose to trust. God's rejection is actually His redirection. Every door He closes is an act of mercy, protecting you from a future you cannot see yet. Jeremiah 29:11 promises that God has plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Sometimes, not harming you looks like a breakup. It looks like separation. It looks like letting go. Application: surrender the struggle. If you are holding on tightly to something that is hurting you, I invite you to open your hands today. Stop trying to act as the Holy Spirit for that person. Stop trying to force a square peg into a round hole. Pray this simple prayer: Lord, if this is not from you, give me the strength to let it go. I trust your protection more than my desires. Conclusion: you might be heartbroken today, but one day, you will look back at this season with gratitude. You will thank God that He loved you enough to say no. He is clearing the space for the right person, someone who won't make you question your worth or God's voice, but will confirm them. Trust Him. He has never been wrong about what is best for you. Be part of the Grace Light family. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to keep growing in faith with us.